Hello everyone, welcome back to Sveta's menu cooking channel. Today we are going to cook stuffed peppers. I have already prepared them by cutting them in halves and removing the seeds. This is how they look now, ready to be filled. For the filling, we will need ground meat. I am using ground chicken from drumsticks because it turns out juicier than ground chicken breast. However, you can use any meat that you like or prefer. You will also need 1 tomato, which weighs approximately 200 grams, 1 onion weighing about 150 grams, 1 clove of garlic, and about 40 grams of fresh herbs. I am using dill, but you can use parsley, cilantro, green onions, or any greens you prefer. In addition, you will need 100 grams of shredded cheese. I am using mozzarella. You will also need 1 egg, 2 tablespoons of sour cream, and of course, salt and pepper to taste. First, we need to finely chop all the vegetables into small cubes. I have already done that. I chopped the onion finely, diced the tomato, and prepared the dill. I pressed the garlic, but you can also grate it or finely mince it. Now we are going to mix everything together. To the ground meat, which I have in the amount of 600 grams, I am adding the chopped tomato and onion. I am also adding the garlic and dill. Then we add 1 egg and 2 tablespoons of sour cream. Season the mixture well with salt and pepper. Now mix everything thoroughly. The mixture looks very colorful and fresh. The combination of red tomatoes, green herbs, white sour cream, and yellow egg yolk creates a beautiful contrast that is not only visually appealing, but also full of flavor. You can already tell that the stuffing will turn out juicy, aromatic, and incredibly delicious. I almost forgot to mention that we also need to add cheese. I have 100 grams in total, so I will add 50 grams to the meat mixture and save the remaining 50 grams to sprinkle on top of the peppers later. Once everything is combined, you will have a juicy and flavorful filling. Now we will stuff our peppers. I have placed the pepper halves on a baking tray. I did not grease the tray. I am filling each half with the meat mixture. I take a generous spoonful of the meat mixture and gently press it into each pepper half, making sure it fills the cavity completely without spilling over the sides. The texture of the filling is soft and moist, making it easy to work with. I gently level the top of the filling so that it is flat and even with the edges of the pepper, ensuring consistent cooking throughout. This also helps the cheese toppings stay in place later on. The smooth surface gives each pepper a clean, uniform appearance, making the final dish more visually appealing. Repeat this step until all the pepper halves are filled. Once all the peppers are filled, they are ready to go into the oven. I filled 10 halves, which means 5 whole peppers. The exact quantity will depend on the size of your peppers. The filling was enough for exactly 10 halves in my case. Now place the tray in a preheated oven at 200 degrees Celsius, which is 392 degrees Fahrenheit. Bake for 40 minutes. After 40 minutes, I removed the tray from the oven. The peppers already look beautiful, but now we will sprinkle the remaining cheese on top of each one. Return the tray to the oven at the same temperature of 200 degrees Celsius, or 392 degrees Fahrenheit, for another 10 to 15 minutes, just enough for the cheese to melt and form a golden crust. Now everything is ready. After 10 more minutes, I took them out. There is a lot of juice in the tray, which makes the dish very moist and flavorful. I will now cut one open. As you can see, everything is baked perfectly. The peppers are soft, the filling is cooked through, and it all looks very appetizing. Now it is time to try it. This is incredibly delicious. I highly recommend that you try making this dish. Treat your family and loved ones with it. I think they will really enjoy it. Thank you for watching. I am saying goodbye for now. See you next time. Please subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, let me know whether you enjoy the recipes I make, and feel free to suggest what else you would like me to prepare. Cook, taste, enjoy, and until next time. This was Sveta's Menu Cooking Channel. Goodbye.